Hey everyone, it's Ashley, and today I thought I would do the 25 facts about me video. I'm not really sure if this is like necessarily a tag or just a thing that a lot of people have done, but in a recent video I mentioned that if you wanted to see specific videos from me, you should let me know, and I believe Alita Joy, whose channel is amazing, she is a wonderful human, I will leave her linked down below, mentioned that I should do the 50 facts about me video, but I did not want to do all 50 at once, so I'm just going to do 25, and if you guys like this kind of video, let me know, and then maybe I will do more in the future. So let's get started. I have green eyes. Sometimes people think that they are blue, but they are not blue, they are green, and it has actually become kind of a pet peeve of mine when people tell me my eyes are blue, and when I tell them politely that no, they're green, just sometimes when I wear blue or in certain lighting they can kind of look blue because they're like kind of a lighter green, I guess, and sometimes people will actually say, oh no, they're blue, and I'm like, no, I've had them for 23 years. I know what color they are green. I always have to make my bed. My room can be a disaster. I mean, I prefer when it's not, but sometimes there's clothes all over the floor or it's been a crazy day and I just don't have time to clean it. But my bed has to be made. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I have kind of a big bed, so my bed takes up a large portion of my bedroom and always has, but I just always have to feel like my bed is clean. So my comforter always has to be like laid out properly and my bed always has to be made. It's kind of weird, but it's just something about me. I wear contacts or glasses on a regular basis. I actually have really bad eyesight, so I have glasses that I wear sometimes, but generally speaking I wear contacts. They are not colored contacts, they are just regular contacts, but without them I would not be able to see like anything. My favorite color is green. I don't exactly like Christmas green in the sense that I don't really like the way that green and reds mix together at Christmas time, but I'm just a fan of most of all of the greens. I like lime green, I really like army green, I like all the greens, all of them. I want to live in New York City one day. I don't have to live there forever and I don't have to live there for long, but I'd like to spend at least 1 year of my life living in New York City. I have a thing for notebooks. I rarely fill a notebook, I'm not gonna lie, but anytime I see a notebook that I really like, I have to buy it. It's weird, but it's just a thing. I always have to buy notebooks. Speaking of that, I'm currently reading my 25 facts about me off of this notebook, which is from the Strand in New York City, which I got when I was in New York for BookCon last year. I am a sucker for an underdog. I will always pretty much root for the underdog. I mean, there might be a few exceptions sometimes because sometimes people disagree on who the underdog really is in a story or an idea, but generally speaking, I am a huge sucker for an underdog character. I have 3 tattoos. One of them is on my ankle and the other 2 are on my hip bones. I prefer to have my feet off the ground. This is actually really funny because I'm sitting in this chair right now cross-legged, and when I went looking for desk chairs when I moved to this new apartment, it was actually a stipulation that it had to be wide enough that I could cross my legs in it comfortably. You can ask Brad, that's a true statement right there. We were in IKEA and I was sitting in chairs crossing my legs, making sure that I could fit that way, and he was laughing at me the whole time, but it was actually a necessary aspect to choosing a chair because I always want my feet up, whether I'm in the car or whether I'm on the couch. Generally speaking, my feet are not on the ground. I really don't know where this stemmed from either. Maybe I played a lot of that game where the ground is lava when I was a kid. No clue. I just feel more comfortable when my feet are closer to my body, so I don't know. I am allergic to bees. It is because I'm allergic to a certain protein in eggs, and that same protein is in bee venom, and fun fact, that same protein is also in the flu shot, so I cannot have the flu shot. I am a huge oral hygiene buff. I hate the feeling of my teeth feeling dirty. I don't know how else to explain that to you properly, but you know how sometimes your teeth just kind of feel kind of like, I don't know, like kind of dirty? Like, I hate that feeling. Sometimes I will brush my teeth like 3 or 4 times in a day. I don't necessarily do it for the amount of time that they say you're supposed to every time, but I just really like my teeth feeling clean. Like, so much so that if somebody asked me, like, if you were going to a deserted island and you could only bring so many things with you, One of them would be a toothbrush, because I literally don't think I could live without a toothbrush. I love Sirius Black. I don't know how else to project that other than just like saying that I love Sirius Black. I don't know if he's like necessarily my favorite Harry Potter character because I love so many of them a lot, like so much, but I feel like my love for Sirius Black is a lot higher than most people's love for Sirius Black, and he is definitely one of my favorite book characters of all time. I want a prequel to Harry Potter simply because I just want more Sirius Black. Like, I'm not lying. This is a good one. I played Sandy in my high school production of Grease in grade 10. I think it was grade 10. My grade 10 drama class put on a production of Grease and I played Sandy, and it was probably one of my favorite high school memories. It was extremely fun. This is kind of two facts in one. I am a huge fan of water with lemon juice. Like, just like kind of a splash of lemon juice in my water, and also I only really like my water cold. So generally speaking, I always have ice in my water because I just really like my water to be cold. I actually generally like my drinks to either be hot drinks like coffee or hot chocolate, or cold drinks that are cold. I don't really like room temperature drinks. I wish that I could draw. I have always wished that I could draw, but I have tried teaching myself and I am terrible. I can do kind of easier things like trees and flowers and stuff, but I can't really do like detailed things, but I really wish that I could. When I was younger, I wanted to be an actress. I mean, that being said, I have wanted to be a journalist since I was 9, basically, and since I knew what a journalist was, but throughout the years, while I wanted to be a journalist, because I always wanted to do that, I also kind of like played with the idea that I really wanted to act, because I really liked participating in plays and all of that kind of jazz, but it never kind of panned out for me. I have never dyed my hair. When I was in grade 7, my mom put streaks in my hair because that was kind of like all the rage back then, but they didn't last very long. I'm not even sure if they were permanent or not, I can't remember. But I've never actually dyed my hair, like my head. Some people think that I do because the hair underneath is a different shade of brown than the hair on top. I have no idea why that is. It's just the way that my hair is naturally. So yeah. I am a Cancer, like my astrological sign is Cancer, and generally speaking, I actually match a lot of the qualities that Cancers are supposed to have. This is kind of like nerdy or weird, but the feeling that the air gets when it's about to rain is probably my favorite feeling in the entire world. The next fact kind of goes along with that. I love lightning. When I was a kid, my grandfather used to make us sit on the front porch during a thunder and lightning storm because he wanted to make sure that we wouldn't be afraid of them when we grew up, because I guess kids tend to really be afraid of storms. So I have never really been all that afraid of thunder and lightning storms. I've actually really enjoyed them because they remind me of these really wonderful childhood memories that I had with my grandfather. I love Florence and the Machine. I'm not necessarily sure whether I would say that they're my favorite band because I have way too many favorite bands, but they released a new song recently that I love, and it prompted me to remind myself that I love them. And yeah, something that goes along with my last point is that I connect albums to books. Generally speaking, I either make a playlist for each book that I listen to, or I will listen to an album on repeat while I'm reading a book. So I connect those albums to those books. Whether or not the songs actually connect to those books is completely besides the point. So like, for example, Ceremonials by Florence and the Machine, I listened to on repeat while I was reading Insurgent. So now anytime I listen to that album, I'm constantly thinking about things that happened during Insurgent. I once had a high school teacher tell me that I should give up my pipe dream of being a journalist because I was not smart enough to be one. That is not a lie, that is the truth. My grade 10 English teacher told me I was too dumb to be a writer and that I should give up that dream and think of something more realistic. And basically all that did was make me want to be a journalist even more. It made me try harder. So thank you, teacher, that I'm not going to name, for basically giving me more fuel to be a better writer, even though I don't think I was as bad as you think I was. I used to trampoline, like as a sport. So I used to practice and compete in trampolining. I loved it. I would highly recommend it to any of you who are young enough to kind of start getting into a new sport, or if you just want a new elective sport that you want to try, I would highly recommend trampolining. It is very fun. And last but not least, the 25th point about me is that I am not a morning person. I wish I was. I wish that I could get up in the morning and just be happy-go-lucky and wonderful and, you know, get on with my day and get so much accomplished, but that is just not who I am. So there you go. Those are 25 facts about me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below and let me know a fact about you, and otherwise I will see you guys soon with another video. Happy reading. Bye!